Okay, we're going to make my puff pastry cheese twirls, and I'm using leftover bits of pastry. I've just made the sausage rolls and the turnovers from the other videos in the Christmas section, and these are the leftover bits of pastry, and they're perfect to make these cheese twirls. You can obviously make them en masse, much bigger amount if you want to, but if you're using leftovers, just get them all into your hand and squeeze it all together into a ball. That, and then we'll just add a little bit of flour to your work surface. Then pop the pastry down and we'll start rolling it out. Hopefully you've been cooking the other ones as well. So I've got some bits of herb in here and some just plain pastry. It'll all be nice. So just roll it out roughly like that. And then what we're going to do next is just grate a little bit of cheese onto one half. If you've made the sausage rolls, it's exactly the same way as we put the dried herbs in, and then we'll just fold it back across and roll it back out again. So just going to grate some cheese onto one half. There we go. So you can see how much cheese I've put in there. It's probably a good idea to use the fine grater as well, because it just means that the lumps of cheese aren't as big and it rolls out a little bit easier. But if you've just got a normal box grater, that's fine, don't worry about it. So with the cheese on, we'll pull the non-cheesy half, if you want to call it, back over and flatten it down with your hand. And this will just make it stick slightly. There we go. Don't worry, that's not it. We're not done yet. We just need to roll this out now into one strip. Okay. That'll be perfect. And we'll just ease it off the work surface just to check that it's not sticking. There we go. And we'll cut this into, I think we can get 3 strips, so 3 cheese twirls out of this. Yours is looking something similar. So just cutting 1, 2, 3. So we'll bring this up onto the board so you can see it easier. 3 strips. And this will have all the cheese in there perfectly. This one looks a bit big, but don't worry, when you twist them you'll see how nice they look. So just tighten with one end. Just start rolling it, wrapping it over itself and twisting it over. See how that, and just rolling it forward. There, you've got a twist. And so pop this onto your baking tray, just lightly oiled, and then do the same with the other one. So just rolling them round each other and then just grabbing the ends so that it looks right. They're really easy to do. I'm sure that you're probably way ahead of me by now. And then the last one. And don't worry if they break apart slightly, you can just pinch them back together. And just grabbing the ends, pop them on your baking tray. And then lastly we'll just brush this with the beaten egg. And this will just make it go really nice and golden brown. See, we've only got 3 out of this, but depends obviously if you're making a large amount of other things with your puff pastry, you might have quite a lot left over, or you can just roll out the puff pastry and do it like that. But just pop these in the oven for 20 minutes till they're golden brown and it'll be all ready.